Hey y'all, I'm back again doing part 4 of this message that we're reading to y'all. That was a message spoke on Zoom through Mandy. Jesus speaking his words, given more truths and revelations. This was posted 6/17/2025. And he's proven that he's been speaking. And I am with Mandy at Seek Heavenly Things. I am one of the 12, and we are doing his will to get word out, to save his children. I know things are different than what you have grown up to what you're believing, and now you don't believe what we're saying, but I encourage you to take this to Jesus' feet. He speaks in Daniel 12 how everything is sealed up until the end. Well, guess what, y'all? We're at the end. So he is revealing all of this. And so I also include Guillermo de la Parra 303. And y'all just spread love, not hate. But y'all do what you want, do what you feel. And I guess we'll just see where it goes, right? All right, anyway. Okay, so this is part 4 again. Remember, I did a masterpiece first. I took the original mother and the father, the Adam and Eve. I put them together, the creation of the earth, but not only the creation of the earth, but the creation of the heavens. I did that because I was creating the womb inside the light circle, the entire light creation with the Holy Spirit, the mother, father, and son and daughter, who was all put into the earthly version of Mary. And this is timestamped 21 minutes 21 seconds. And if you recall, in my last video, all the numbers mean something. We don't always know what they all mean at that point, because he is a God of numbers, and he will reveal as time goes. We only get pieces of the puzzle. All right, so this, he continues to say, which is the spiritual version of Barbello in heaven. You see, every single thing I do is for my purpose and for my glory, to show not only my heavenly mysteries, but to save my children. This is why I had to make that entire light circle and put it inside Mary, so my people could be saved. But the one saying that the Holy Spirit is she, and now McKenna is saying that, is because the demons are giving her the example of the Holy Spirit in heaven, the mother and the daughter of the King, because this is what the angels and the demons know. They represent her as the Holy Spirit, the mother and the daughter, but they are not trying to obtain salvation in heaven. And that's timestamped 22 minutes and 2 seconds. They're trying to obtain salvation on earth in the flesh. So the flesh has to recognize the Father and the Son, because of Father and the Son, they are ahead of the family, of the mother and the daughter. Yes, the mother is one with the Father. It's wisdom. The Father is wisdom. And hello, Nacho. He's just coming to say hello. He wants to be a part of everything. So good old Nacho. All right, dude. Maybe he'll just sit here and just chill while we finish this. All right, so therefore the mother is wisdom, just like the daughter of the Son are together as one. All right, Nacho, let's go, honey. Nope, he don't want to go. Let's go this way. All right. This is the mother, excuse me. This is why the mother's wisdom, the daughter of the King, is also wisdom. The mother and the daughter are one, and the Son and the Father are one. Just like the Father and the Son with the daughter and the mother are one. And that's timestamped 22 minutes 35 seconds. You see that entire creation of that light circle combined with the truest light form that came from nothing, which is everything. And see, and that's another example of what God creates the devil moths. All right, so, and that's timestamped 22 minutes 44 seconds. Was put inside Mary, wrapped in wrapped in with the Father, the Son, and the daughter, and the mother, which is representing Adam and Eve, which is why Adam and Eve have to start the world, start the missions. They also have to start the delivery and the child. And I say Adam and Eve because you all are Adam and Eve partners because of the 24 elders, the Adam and Eve partners, which is why Cassie also has to deliver the baby in the sky, which is why all of you guys are going to become pregnant in the spiritual and deliver in the New Jerusalem. Why? Because I'm populating the New Jerusalem. I'm going to use the suits, the creations, the Jews. Everything was changed. Everything was flipped upside down. They turned my cross upside down in this world because they know the ether. They know the ether comes from my love. 23. Oh gosh, y'all. I'm sorry. All right. So 23 minutes, 29 seconds. So they've changed everything. And Nacho's just going to sit here. Yes, you can be a part, huh? All right. The Jews are not who you think they are. 23 minutes, 34 seconds. The Native Americans started it all. The Native Americans are my Mexicans. They are my Asians. They are my Koreans. You do not see the Gentiles are the Jews. The Jews are the Gentiles because you guys are all from the original kingdom. And if your spirit is not attached from the original kingdom, you are attached by particles because I am in charge of particles. This is why certain people fall for certain people, and I'm not talking about lust. I am not talking about just wanting to have sex with different people. I am talking about love. Love, falling in love with a person that might not be your soulmate. Why? Because I put those particles attached with the other person, drawing you to that person. So that is why I am the one in charge of all of this. To lead my people, to save my people, to wake up my people. So the ones out there with the religious spirit condemning people for being gay or trans or any of those things, you have to know that a lot of these creations I have allowed. And yes, some of this is mocked by the devil. Sorry. So he's going to make this hard to do here. All right. All right, Nacho. Relax. All righty, so continuing on. Because he knows how important my children are. So yes, the trans, I don't change the identity of who you were created. However, I have put particles in the people. In people, leading you to the opposite of, let me read that again. Oh, I'm so distracted here. Scoot that way. Okay. Says, however, I have put particles in people, leading you to the opposite of sex. I do that not only the opposite of sex, but also the same sex. I allow that to happen. Why? Because that event and every single thing around you is waking your people up. But that's not your soulmate. That's your soul sister. That's your soul brother. Because you were created in the same womb with your other brother and sister. You see, it all started from the very beginning in the womb. There were 4. Then it was a twin system. It depends on the ranking of you. Were you after the 12th section of the elders? Instead of going from 4, you went down to 2. Every single thing you're going to see after the elders turned into a twin system. Why? Because you have to represent good. He's just being something else. All right, Nacho. Chill, man. Chill for a second. Okay. Okay, so because you have to represent good, you have to represent evil, you have to represent the Lucifer line, the fallen Lucifer line, and then you have to represent Jesus with the Lucifer line, the good line. And yes, I'm saying Jesus and Lucifer line because from the very beginning in heaven, when it was, oh my gosh, he never does this. From the very beginning in heaven, when it was created, it wasn't a fallen line. Your original spirits are still in heaven. That's 25 minutes, 49 seconds. You have been fighting in heaven with your battle lines of the duplicate spirits that I have created for the battle. Oh my gosh. For the battle and the physical battle. Except I've kept you safe in heaven, where there's no harm's way. So whether you're fighting physically in the battles or you're still fighting spiritually because you are a part of it. Why? Because your soul is attached to all of your duplicates. So you know what is happening. You know what is going on, even though you are physically safe. Why? I had to do that because they cannot destroy the physical one that I made. But see, the devil doesn't know that. He doesn't know that the original one stayed there, and it was all duplicated battle lines. You see, I'm giving pertinent information right now, secrets right now, that the devil doesn't even know. Because if he knew, he would know where to find you, except for he can't cross that barrier in the heavenly realms. So he would have given up. I allowed this because I don't want the devil to know these things, because I have to destroy evil in the end by making it good and purifying it. And if I were to tell him, there's no chance at all for him to destroy my people, to stop the mission, then he would give up. He would stop, and then evil realm 44 would not be destroyed the way I needed it to be destroyed. And it was created because I was creating the good. And when you create the good, if you're speaking it or it's by a thought, the opposite of creation has to be made, because it is the opposite attraction, which makes it the negative. You have a positive and a negative. So of course you have, gosh. Okay. So of course you have the true darkness, and you have true light. That's 27 minutes, 30 seconds. Right now, we are turning that darkness into the positivity of light. That's the whole point of activating every single thing in my children's souls and my children's hearts. And when we activate that light is going to be the seed that goes out to everyone. 27 minutes, 48 seconds. Which is why I'm allowing the dials to be turned back. 27 minutes, 51 seconds. Which is why I'm using the story of Hezekiah to make all of that happen. Which is why the light is going to disperse through all of my people at the very end. And that's at 28 minutes. Which is why every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that I am Lord. Which is why we are not trying to save the ones that are alive right now. We are because we are going to wake up for the because they are going to wake up for the very end. Ooh, okay. And that's at 28 minutes, 11 seconds. But in the end, we are going to be saving the ones that have died already. That's at 28 minutes, 16 seconds, which is part of the missions going back in time, using the time portals, and that's 28 minutes, 20 seconds, to travel, to plant these seeds before these people died without knowing me. Why? Because I allowed the particles, the original spirits, to be duplicated. And every creation is important. No, if these people die without knowing me, it's not the original spirit that was created in heaven that's going to die. But it's that creation that is going to die, to be destroyed in the fire. Okay. I hope some of this resonated, made sense with you. You know, animals like to join in and have fun too. All right, so, you know, take this to Jesus as always, and, you know, seek his truths, and let him guide you where we are getting this from. He'll show you. Anyway, all right, so y'all, hope y'all have a blessed one. I will be back and see y'all tomorrow. Bye.